What's going on? The Yosemite Guide here, coming at you from Yosemite Valley. And today we're doing a pretty challenging hike. We're going up the Snow Creek Trail, and that starts at Mirror Lake. I parked at the Happy Isle Trailhead, and I'm just walking over, so it's gonna add about a mile and a half each way on my trip. But you can park anywhere, Curry Village, where I did the Happy Isle Trailhead, and just catch the shuttle around the valley, and it drops you off. Shuttle stop 17 is going to be Mirror Lake, and that's where this trail is going to start. We're doing, well, I'm going to be doing about 13 miles round trip, but from Mirror Lake it's a little under 10 miles round trip, and there's going to be almost a 3,000 foot elevation gain. But it is a beautiful autumn day here in Yosemite Valley, and I'm really excited about this one. It is quite a strenuous hike, so I'm looking forward to that. Get some barefoot action going, but it is spectacular out here on November 12th. Happy Veterans Day. Veterans Day was yesterday, so shout out to all our former country servicemen and current as well. I was born on base, so I got much love for the people that served our country. So let's get into it here. So that shuttle was pulling up to Happy Isle right as I walked up, so I just hopped on it. Hadn't been on that in a while. So it dropped me off at shuttle stop 17 here, Mirror Lake Trailhead. And it's about a 15-minute walk from Happy Isle to this spot. And the summertime, that shuttles have long delays, and it's better to just walk it. But right now it was just fine. There was nobody on there, so we're ready to roll. And from here you want to make sure you're on the north side of Tenaya Creek here. So this is a 5-mile loop that goes all the way around Mirror Lake in the back of Tenaya Canyon. But to access Snow Creek, we want to cross this Tenaya Creek Bridge here and be on the north side of this creek to get to our trailhead. And this north side of Tenaya Creek up to Mirror Lake is actually all paved to allow for handicap access. That's why I like to, when I'm hiking this loop, I'll start out on the south side, just because it's a little more outdoorsy. But we're heading towards Snow Creek Trail, so we have to go this way. Here we have the lower pool for Mirror Lake. You see a natural dam right there that helps form the Mirror Lake pool that we'll show you there, but it's pretty much empty right now. But we're looking right up at Half Dome, so it's pretty cool. And here's our Mirror Lake, or as I like to call it right now, Mirror Meadow. Not hardly any water in here at all. Even when it's filled up, it's more of just Tenaya Creek widening out a little bit by that natural dam we saw back there. But still cool just being right under Half Dome. We got Half Dome up there peeking through the trees, but this has been a popular attraction since the mid 1800s, and there's been numerous businesses located in this area, from saloons to hotels throughout the last 150 years. And here we are coming up on the trailhead, a mile and a half past Mirror Lake. So we got Mirror Lake back that way, and the loop continues on around. It's a 5-mile total loop around Mirror Lake Trail, and we are heading up this Snow Creek Trail. And this is a pack trail. You'll see pack mules and even horseback riders in the summertime on this one, going up towards Tuolumne, May Lake, North Dome, 7.8 miles from here. But we've got about 3 miles up this trail to our destination at the top of this ridge line here. And we're going to be looking across at Half Dome the whole way up. So this is where the strenuous part of the hike begins. We're doing almost 3,000 foot elevation gain here. It's going to be quite challenging, and this is actually where I'm going to start the barefoot section of my hike. I shouldn't see too many people beyond this point, so that's kind of cool. So I did have to peel off some layers here as I get a little bit higher up on this trail, but things are starting to open up in Tenaya Canyon here. We got Half Dome peeking out there. It was really cold this morning, high 40s when I started, so it's warming up quick, and we're just getting into these non-stop switchbacks. And this trail has a decent amount of rocks and granite broken up on it, so it's a little bit tougher barefoot, but it's not super far distance wise, so I should be just fine. But there is some contention as to how many switchbacks there are on this trail, and most guidebooks will tell you around 100, but I did count them out, or tried to, a few years back, and I came up with 105 switchbacks. So I might have missed 1 or 2, but that's the number I'm sticking with. It's pretty challenging trail that definitely rivals the Yosemite Falls, Upper Yosemite Falls trail, but it's pretty cool. And the views are continuing to get better. Got a nice shot of I think it's called Indian Rock or something like that. But it's a nice Yosemite Valley shot into Tenaya Canyon. We got Clouds Rest up there at 10,000 feet. They got a light snow last week. Had a pretty good hailstorm at the lower elevations, but things melted off nicely. It's still a little icy around the JMT up towards Nevada Fall, but we do have a storm coming in this week. I'll be posting this video, I believe, on Monday, tomorrow, November 13th, but on Wednesday I think we have a few days of rain, which translates to snow around the probably 6,000, maybe a little lower elevation, 5,000 plus. Should expect to get some snow, so that'll be interesting, and that'll probably close Tioga Pass, I imagine, at least in the short term for sure, but we'll keep an eye on that. And the thing that makes this trail so difficult is just the amount of exposure on it. In the summertime, it's really tough with that sun just beating down on you the whole time. Today we got a high of like mid 60s, so it's a nice day, but still I'm like sweating bullets. I feel super hot, drinking a lot of water, just because it's so exposed the whole way up. Feet are still feeling pretty good, and I think we're making decent time. Something like this, you just gotta keep plugging away at it and don't think about how much further you gotta go, and eventually you'll get there. So some pretty awesome views along the way. So as I get closer to the top, there's a little bit of reprieve from the sun, So we got some nice shaded sections here. The elevation gain continues on. So I'm definitely in the part of the trail where I remember how hard this is. But at least it's not super hot. Otherwise I'd probably be hurting pretty bad. It just keeps going up and up. And I got these little gnats flying like an inch away from my face all over the place. I don't know if you could pick those up on camera, but super annoying. Could be worse, they could be mosquitoes, but I took a shower yesterday, so I don't understand why these guys are bugging me so much. Thought I smelled really good, but I guess I'm just exuding a lot of testosterone or something. Not sure if that exists, but I think I got it going on. We're in our home stretch here. It's hard to talk. Yeah, we pretty much made it to the top here. I want to go out to that point right there so we can get our spectacular views. It looks like things are finally leveling out for me. That was pretty intense. I feel like it was harder than Upper Yosemite Falls. I don't know if that's just because it's steeper in a shorter amount of time, but they're fairly close to the same. But that was definitely a doozy of a trail there. So let's go check out some views. And we're almost up to Snow Creek here. I'm just gonna cut down off trail here, see if I can make my way out to this little point. Feels good to be on some dirt and pine cones after all that granite. That was pretty challenging, barefooted, but it felt good. And we got a nice, beautiful open section up top here, just straight across from Half Dome. Still kind of towering over us, but really cool up here. Let's see how close we can get to the edge. We got Clouds Rest up there in the distance. And I am all by myself. I did pass, there were 6 people coming down the trail as I was going up, but not a very well traveled trail this time of year. And even in summertime, it's a pretty thin crowd. Pretty good alternative to Yosemite Falls trail, but I mean that one's cooler just because it's got a giant waterfall you can walk to the edge of at the top. But this is definitely a good workout hike here. And you can't really see too much Snow Creek going down there. There's a waterfall on the, you can see it from the Mirror Lake loop of this in the late spring, early summer. It's got a serious water flow. It's a really cool waterfall coming off of right down there. Let's see if we can backtrack up a little bit and get a better view from up here. That's where we came from. Got Yosemite Valley down there. And can't really see a whole lot off the edge. It's a pretty cool point over there. I think it's time to make some lunch. I am hungry. Let me find a good spot. We'll get to cooking. I'm pretty excited about today's meal. I got the wifey made me some hamburger mix here and got it all frozen, so it's just starting to thaw out. But I'm gonna make some burritos out of this stuff. Something I like to do in the colder months. I'll freeze a meal and then it stays cold enough where it's not in the danger zone. I brought my scorpion sauce today, and then I got a couple miniature habaneros. I don't know if you can pick those up from my compadre Antonio. He grew these. Looks like they got a little shriveled up because my buddy had them in his pocket all day yesterday. I'm gonna add just a little bit of water so we don't burn on the bottom there. Put a lid on it, keep it covered. And yeah, it's already starting to get chilly here. Kind of windy on the rim of the valley here, so it got that wind chill factor, but that sun's gonna go down pretty quick. Took me a long time to get up here, actually. It was a little over 3 hours from my car, but I took my time around Mirror Lake and was not trying to go fast, but I'll have to book it out of here to make sure I don't get caught in the dark, because it's gonna be way too cold tonight for that. It's cooling down fast. All right, we're getting close here. It's looking good, smelling good. I'm gonna take it off the heat for a second. Turn my flame down a little bit, and then see if we can get a little char on these tortillas. Hit this with a little more heat. Oh yeah. And I think we're ready to rock. This is looking good here. Actually, I could probably just eat this broccoli out of here first. It's pretty good, but broccoli's got no business in these burritos. So good. Got the corn. Definitely got some ginger flavors coming through. We're gonna hit it with the kettle jalapeno chips. As you know, I be loving that textural element. So crunch that on there. And we got our scorpion pepper sauce here. And this one, you gotta go kind of light on it. Just like 4 drops. Oops, that's kind of a lot. There we go. So my problem is not the amount of stuff in my burrito, it's the size of my tortilla. These tortillas are way too small. But we're just gonna have to make do. All right, we'll give this a try here. Yeah, that's really good. We got gourmet burritos at the top of Yosemite Valley. Mm. The texture from the potato chips there is an amazing element. Got that corn and the ginger coming through on the ground beef. This is like a 9-1. Super good. Try these little, looks like a rotten habanero. It's a late season pepper that my compadre grew. So anything Antonio grows, I know is going to be very hot. So cheers. See how this one does. Yeah, good flavor. Good flavor on there. Not a crazy hot pepper, but now it's coming through. Yeah, the habanero just has the most unique, best flavor out of any pepper. Really good. All right, we're on to burrito 2. Got pepper number 2. These had a weird, it's kind of a delayed heat. I'm gonna try it without taking a bite. Let's see. Yeah, not crazy spicy for Antonio pepper, but still really good flavor on it. I love eating gourmet in the backcountry, that's for sure. Nose is starting to run. Well, compliments to the chef on that one. Thank you, Lily. You did amazing. You know what I like. That is food is my language of love for sure. So I got a little bit of a eating problem sometimes, but I try not to go too crazy at the buffets. But it was best meal in the backcountry I've had in a long time. Super good, and I'm all fueled up and ready to just explore a little bit further down this trail. And then I gotta book it out of here. That sun it's not super high up in the sky anymore, and it gets dark fast, and it's gonna start cooling down here pretty soon. So let's see what else we can find up here. All right, so we made it up to the split here, and to the left, this is how you get over to North Dome and Yosemite Falls. You can actually do a loop on that. That's a pretty serious hike, but super cool. Yeah, you could come up Yosemite Falls, come around by North Dome and down this way, or vice versa. Continue on this way and go all the way down, come down the Yosemite Falls Trail. That's pretty cool. Or we go to the right here, and this is how you get up to Tuolumne Meadows. So it's another 16.3 all the way to Tuolumne, but May Lake's just 7.5 miles. Tenaya Lake 7.6. So pretty cool stuff. There's a little cabin up here. I think people stay there in the winter maybe. I can't imagine cross-country skiing up here, but people do it. So I'm gonna turn around though. We got Snow Creek right here, really pretty. I just I don't want to get caught out here too late, so we'll just go check out Snow Creek, because that's where we are headed. And this thing gets just roaring. Little flow right now, Really pretty. Can't go wrong with the sound of a stream slowly trickling down. But yeah, we'll have to come back when this thing is ripping and roaring. I hear something large coming through the woods. Sounds like a bear. See if he comes down this way. There's definitely something up there. Oh, it's a baby bear. I don't want no part of that. It's on the other side of that tree. I don't know where Mama is. I think he's still in the tree. Looks super cute too, but I'm surprised there's baby bears this late in the season. I don't know how baby it was, but he wasn't very big. Well, I guess I'll leave it at that. Not trying to push my luck. Get one last awesome view of Half Dome from up here. Super cool. Yeah. Hopefully you guys saw that bear. I love seeing bears. And nice view here. These rock formations are sick. I love the fall colors. Looking really good. And from here you can actually see where Hidden Falls is down there. You could hear it. It's not running super well, but that's where it's at. I did a video on that in early summer. There's still a lot of snow. It was pretty dangerous getting across some of these rock slide areas. There was some snow drifts, but yeah, that's where that's at. We're coming down on the Mirror Lake Loop, and we're almost down there. Alright guys, that about does it for this one. It was an amazing day. Hope you had a good time. Clocked in about 12 miles when it's all said and done, round trip, and did almost 6 miles barefoot. So it felt good to get out here after working 9 out of the last 10 days. I treated myself to a nice challenging hike. It was amazing adventure. Got to see a little baby bear. Scared the crap out of me, but it was good. So don't forget to like the video, and we'll catch you next time. Love you. Peace out.